It is not always easy to get your foot in the door in your chosen industry. Two Seattle women, get around the steam, have now made it their mission to help people who face barriers to education and jobs into the food business. Here to tell us what the Pastry Project is all about is the co-founder, Heather Hodge. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much.
This is such a cool thing. Please explain to us how you started and what your purpose is with Pastry Project.
Yeah, so the Pastry Project's mission is to provide free baking and pastry training to individuals with barriers to opportunity in the industry. And we really started it, Emily and I, the other co-founder, she and I have worked together in the food industry for some time now, and we discovered through hiring that we weren't really able to give every person that we would love to an opportunity in the industry. Baking and pastry education is really expensive, and also to get a job just in baking and pastry, they're typically really low paying, and it's very hard to get a job where you can learn everything you need to learn and then also be able to pay your bills.
And once you do that, then maybe you're qualified to open a business. So all of these steps become really important.
Exactly.
We'll talk about some of those barriers in just a minute, but let's get cooking because the pastries look amazing. What are we doing today?
So we are making some blood orange tarts today, and this is one of my favorite recipes. I love tarts with a little bit of toasted meringue on it, and I want to show you this blood orange. Some folks might not know what blood oranges are, and they really just are oranges that have a peachy to raspberry
just turn it this way so we can see it because they're beautiful.
And today we have more of the peachy flesh, but we've had tarts that are even just as dark as raspberries, the curd that we make from the oranges. So they really can range in color.
And they're out there, people, so you can get these. These are easy, and you're going to share your recipe, which
and
is
they're
very
in
generous.
season right now as well. So what we're going to be doing today, because these have a lot of components, we're actually going to be finishing these tarts.
Okay.
So what I'm going to have you do, Margaret, I'm going to have you take some time to fill each one of these tarts with this blood orange filling into each of these while I start making this Swiss meringue.
You bet. Okay.
Awesome.
I'll concentrate here. You tell me about the meringue.
Yeah, absolutely. So meringues, there's 3 different types of meringues. Today we're going to be making a Swiss meringue. And really what that means is that we are going to be heating our egg whites and sugar over a hot water bath. And look at this. I can make a hot water bath just with a pot and with a bowl on top. I don't need a double boiler.
No.
And what's really cool about meringue is you don't actually need a recipe. You just you really don't need a recipe. So you just need to make sure that whatever weight you have in egg whites, so now you do need a scale at home, whatever weight you have in egg whites, you double that for the sugar.
All right, and
so
you know what?
simple.
Those little scales are so useful. If you don't have one, get one. They're not expensive, and they're so great.
They are not. You can buy them for less than $20, and they will change your life when it comes to baking.
They really will, and then you won't be afraid of the recipes that are in grams or whatever, and you think, oh my gosh, do I have to do math? No, I can just use my scale.
And it's interesting, one of the first things that we actually teach students at the Pastry Project is how to use a scale and weigh ingredients on a scale, because we don't use cups for ingredients like sugar and flour. We only use a scale. It allows them to be super quick and efficient while working in the kitchen, and challenges them to, learn a little bit of math too with the scaling.
It's also more precise, isn't it? Which
so
you want to
much
be in
more
baking.
Precise. Yes. Exactly right.
Wow, look at you, you've got some muscles from that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I know.
I get tired in the middle of this process. Okay, there's your temperature.
Yeah, I'm bringing this to 160, and we are there. This is an amazing induction burner.
That's great. So that didn't take very long at all.
That did not take long at all. We'll turn this off so that
okay, I'm almost
it's not
done.
Steaming up the whole room.
All right, voila. Got that done.
Amazing. Wow, perfect timing. We're like on a race right now.
Down here.
So I'm going to turn this.
I'm aiming for a job, so
yeah, okay,
this is in my wheelhouse, pastries.
I'm going to turn this on to high, and we're going to let this whip up. We have some already made. Okay. So I'm going to show you how we pipe these on, and then I'm going to have you take over. Is that cool?
Okay. Yes, I'll try. Those are so pretty.
Yeah. So this is what we do. We start in the middle.
Okay.
We go down a little bit, and then we go around, and we just keep going around. And then with a little flick of the wrist, we finish it.
So that's the important part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to give that a try?
Yes, I will do my best.
Awesome.
I'm glad there's more than one here, so I get a mulligan, I think.
That looks really good.
I'm slow, but I'm trying to be careful.
Yep. And the power comes from your hands. So it comes from the palm of your hand. Great, that's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to help you out with something because in a second,
Am I doing something wrong?
meringue's going to start coming out of the top. This is one of the hardest things for our students, piping accurately. So we squeeze down.
All right.
We give it a twist. All of the strength comes from the palm.
That hand. Okay.
Pipe.
Let me see you do it.
Vertically.
Oh, all right.
Down.
Very
around. The strength comes from the palm. We stop piping.
And
a
do
little
it.
flick of
All
the
right,
wrist.
I'm going to work on that. We've got about a minute and a half. Do we want to finish one of these off with the,
You know what?
the cool Daily Whopper?
Let's toast. Let's toast some of these meringues and maybe talk a little bit about how folks can support the Pastry Project.
That would be great.
Okay, so I've got some fire here. I'm just going to show everyone at home really quick how to toast what. I'm going to have you pause so that
I'm into it, but I'll pause.
And so just this really beautiful, just little touch of the
Look at that.
touch of the flame
Perfect.
right here, and we're all good.
So how do we support you so that we can help? We can turn that off if you want to, so that we can help other people get a chance to get into the business.
The best way to support us is through signing up for one of our goodie box memberships, which will allow individuals to pick up a goodie box once a month, which includes items that are baked by our students that they learn through their curriculum. It will be from hiring partners. The box might be composed of something that you can take and bake at home. It's really about education. And then on top of that, you can also support by signing up for one of our workshops on our website, thepastryproject.co. Those look amazing.
I was so close to that one. And we can learn to do all kinds of things through you, right?
So many things.
You taught me something today.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
It's pretty good, and it's even better toasted.
Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank
Appreciate the
you.
work that you do. Heather shared her recipe for her Blood Orange Tart, and you can find that now on New Day's website. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me.